Then we are recording.
Sorry.
Dang it! Not professional at all.
Nope.
I'm like about to go and I see Joe running away. I'm like,
I didn't even check to see if we were all ready.
Sorry. I wasn't.
3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Wild Josh from Geek-Cetera, and I'm joined by Chase, Luke, and Joa, and we are going to talk about our favorite Doctor Who companions. Now, let's get geeky. All right. So, favorite Doctor Who companions. We just a couple weeks ago talked about our favorite doctors, and now we're going to talk about our favorite companions. So, I guess out of this bunch, I don't know, I'm maybe the least knowledgeable because I've only gotten to partially through Matt Smith, so I can't really speak to later companions. But so far, my favorite has been Martha Jones.
It's a bold call.
Yeah.
Care to explain yourself?
I don't know. I just like her as a character. I thought she was an interesting character. They kind of introduced her earlier than she actually became a companion, and then I liked that character when they first introduced her, and then when she became a companion, and I thought that was cool. I liked the character. I know she didn't really stick around that long, but I guess really companions don't. They kind of just come and go. But I like.
there have been some pretty long running characters though.
The ones that I've been introduced to is like Rose, and then I forget the girl who was in The Office. What's her
Donna.
name? Donna.
Donna Noble.
And then Martha. Is there anyone else? I think that's pretty much it.
You've seen my choice. If you said you've made it through early Matt Smith.
I forget who's at the very beginning of Matt Smith.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Yeah. I should remember that because that's like the newest stuff that I've seen, but it's been a while since I've actually watched an episode, so like a year. So, but yeah, Martha Jones is my favorite. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
I was going to cheat. We decided to do New Who. I wanted to say K9. K9 is amazing.
Affirmative.
Thank you, Luke.
You're welcome.
But my truly favorite, partnership was Amy and Rory. I know it kind of is cheating picking two people, but Amy and Rory had such a good storyline with Matt Smith's Doctor. I loved it from the beginning.
I love the fact that Rory kind of, through the events of his run, he proved himself.
Oh yeah.
In so many ways, and the entire Legionnaire.
Yeah.
Part where he
the
was
last Centurion.
Plastic. The last Centurion.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly it. Was amazing. That really cemented my opinion of him.
He started off kind of like an annoying scaredy cat, where Amy was always the more brave one, but then I think they just, with those two characters, they did such a good job with the character development that, I don't know, I loved those two. And they had a good relationship. It was fun to watch, where it wasn't like romance with the Doctor. The Doctor was kind of like third wheeling, and Matt Smith did a great job in that role of being the goofy friend. So.
Oh yeah, I know who Amy is now. I think
it's Nebula.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
should I go next?
I was gonna wrap up and saying
no.
the last Centurion and the Pandorica was just great. All of that, please.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yep. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, so my personal favorite is not really a mainstay companion. He is not one of the main companions like Donna or Martha. Wilfred Mott. Donna's grandfather.
Donna's dad?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. He was good.
He was
amazing.
He was good.
like my favorite character on the show for when he was on the show. He's hilarious. Every scene he's in, he is such like a scaredy cat, but at the same time has complete faith in the Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a great character. He
Mm-hmm.
starts out like a conspiracy theorist, which is hilarious. And then it turns out the conspiracy's true and he's like along with for the ride. It's great. He's such a fun character to watch. Um I just think every episode he's in is a golden episode.
That's true. I didn't even think of like going with any of the smaller characters. That's a good one though. That's a good choice. I like it. It's very out of the box.
I think it's a popular pick too though, is like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
He's a
it's that
memorable
out.
character.
He
He
is
is.
very memorable.
I mean, I was
Mine-
just thinking like mainstay companions, not. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by
My-
out of the box.
When you were
My-
saying he, I was like, he's gonna say Ricky.
No, Joe would be banned from all future episodes.
You mean Mickey Smith. You
Mickey.
mean Mickey Smith.
Mickey, Ricky, whatever. Yeah.
He was alright. He wasn't great. He was okay. He was a bit of a stereotype, but
Mine's gonna be a little bit of a stretch, but I believe it applies. River Song.
Ooh, okay.
that's a good one.
More good options.
Just because the way that they played out her story and the way that it works, if you really think about it, it's mind bending. And I'm a sucker for a good sad story, and this one's heart wrenching.
Hmm. Yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
heart wrenching.
I take partial credit for that then.
So where I'm at, I think is the second time she was introduced. Because she was introduced in the one with the episode with the books in the library.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
The
then she
library.
was introduced in that like multi-part one where there was the Weeping Angels and
Yep.
the military force and all that. And I'm like just past that. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's really interesting because when you meet River Song in the library, she already knows the Doctor, and that's the first time he meets her. But then he meets her again with the Weeping Angels, and he's like, "Hey, it's me," and she's like, "Yeah, I know."
Well,
Or no, wait, was that
here's
the one where she didn't know him yet?
here's-
Actually, I don't know.
Here's the
but
really significant part about all of that.
Yeah.
Their timelines, their relationship is backwards. When
Yep.
he first meets her, it's the last time she sees him.
Yeah.
And when she first meets him, it's the last time he sees her.
Mhm.
So their relationship is two trains passing in the night. And
Yeah.
so it's that understanding that the Doctor realizes that every time he runs into her, he knows how she dies
Mm.
and can't tell her.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones.
That's a
one of
really
the
good
best
choice.
Storylines.
I like it. But
in Doctor Who.
yeah,
Mm.
again, you can't get there without me.
So is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'll
That
chip
was-
in. Ezra's not here with us tonight, but I believe, likes Clara Osmond Oswald the best because he said that she has a really good story too.
She does. I want to give an honorable mention to Nardole, who just kind of randomly shows up, as far as I could see, in one of the episodes and has like a history and is just interesting. I like the character and I want to know more. I like that too because it like, where does he come from? What's his story? And it was fun.
If we're doing honorable mentions, I want to say one that's not a very popular one, but Martha Jones.
Hey,
Um,
that was mine.
I want to say one that's not a very popular one, but Martha Jones. Nice.
I love it. This feels like I feel like I'm redeemed now from me bashing Kyle's choice. What kind of idiot would say Eccleston is their favorite?
No, I'm gonna say Martha though because like she's already got her life set ahead of her. You know, she's already a very like accomplished person when she meets the Doctor, and then she's like kind of like a rebound for the Doctor, but she ends up not putting up with the Doctor's treating of her
Mm.
in the end,
All right.
and she kind of becomes a good inspirational character of her own. Right.
If we want to go honorable mentions, I'm gonna throw out Donna Noble, just because I loved the relationship she had with the Doctor. They argued like siblings or an old married couple, or
Yeah.
they always had like kind of that tension, which led to a lot of jokes and a lot of wisecracks and picking on each other. And I just liked the way that they did that. Even if her
It was.
story arc wasn't the best, I
It
still
wasn't very
think,
long either.
yeah, I think the
Yeah.
relationship she had with the Doctor is why it would
I
make it to an honorable mention for me.
I think story wise, it was an important character to deal with him because he was coming down off of losing Rose, who was a significant character. Because he got out of any of the people who followed, I think Rose Tyler he had the strongest connection with, and he completely lost her, and that was heartrending for him. And then having someone like Donna Noble just appear out of nowhere completely took him on his own adventure, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
The one thing I did like about the Don and Noble stories was that every other one like that I've seen so far, there's always like this: are they in love? Aren't they in love? Is there some kind of romantic thing going on? But with Donna, I never felt like that even existed. It wasn't even like an option.
Yeah.
So you could just take that out of the equation and that like that kind of sappy stuff out because it just wasn't going to happen.
I think that's the
that
same
was-
way with Amy and Rory too, though.
That was actually something that happens with Clara in one of the episodes when the 12th Doctor pops up, and he just like stops, looks at her, and goes, I'm not your boyfriend, I think, or you're not my girlfriend," and she says, "I never said we were dating," and he goes, "I wasn't saying this for you."
Good one.
That's
For the
amazing.
audience.
Yeah, no, it was for him.
Or for the audience, we can say that.
All of the above.
Yeah.
For both.
Fourth wall breaks
One
are
way-
always great.
Fourth wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys all threw out an honorable mention. I was gonna say Captain Harkness. Is that his name?
Captain Jack Harkness.
That's a good one.
Captain Jack.
Face
He's
of Foe.
another one with an amazing, long, complicated, heartbreaking storyline.
I will say one thing about Captain Jack. I don't like how they used him in the most recent season.
Oh, he comes back?
He does.
Oh,
But
don't say
he
too
was-
much because I don't want that spoiled.
It was basically just a cameo setting up the plot for an episode to come, and then he leaves, and that's it.
Oh,
Well,
that
has
is
his own
disappointing.
Spin-off show, right?
Torchwood.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. I don't think it was well rated. I think I
don't
saw a
think so
couple
either, yeah.
episodes of that.
Yeah. I didn't even get into it because I saw that it was given poor rating. So I was like, not gonna waste my time.
I think I don't remember why, but I don't think we watched it either. Our family. I was younger when it came out, and I think my parents thought it was like a little too violent.
I think it
And-
went into some different areas that Doctor Who didn't.
Yeah.
So it probably, I think it was for a more mature audience, even though I don't think it was rated like MA or whatever. But those are our favorite companions, or I wouldn't even say companions, but like side characters, extra characters from Doctor Who. And we even gave some honorable mentions. So let us know who you like in the comments section. Who's your favorite companion or side character? I'm sure we've missed plenty. And let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you get all our new content when it comes out. Give us a thumbs up too, or a thumbs down. Doesn't matter to us. And also, before I go, I just want to say, so this is me getting out.
Negative, mistress. Data analysis shows too many variables.
I'll just go put Hitler in the closet.